bowl game or after your final playoff game to declare for the portal. So
there's a whole bunch of players on these teams that could be still.
Yes.
And that also refutes what Coach Franklin. Hello. Live from High Top Scott's social media studios in the heart of the Cedar City, just outside of America's Music City. This is SEC Football Review with your hosts, Michael Clay and Jrod Scott. And guess what? We are now the Mike and Jrod Show.
Hey-o! Hey-o! That's what I was about to say. I was like, or is it that?
Or is it?
You said SEC Football Review. You threw me off.
I know it. I was trying to spin you for. Actually, I just forgot that we were changing the name, but that's
yeah.
okay.
I didn't know where I was going to elbow you. I was like, well, maybe he's going to bring it back somehow.
When are we supposed to mention this grand change?
Now.
Now.
You should have said it then. You still said the old name.
Yeah. Still sponsored by Scott Social Media, of course.
Oh, he's such a great dude, that guy sponsoring us.
I know it. Club La Vila. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
That's the spot, man. That's the spot. You know, it apparently snowed on the beach in PCB.
Yes.
This past week.
You see pictures of it? Have you seen pictures?
I'm like,
and they closed. It was funny because they put out. She goes, "Look at this message Pineapple Willie's put." Said, "Sorry, customers, we're closed for weather."
We're closed because of the snow.
Yeah, no hurricane.
All the pineapples got snow on it.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I mean, if you think about it, like when we're looking at folks who live in Jersey City or whatever, right? Jersey Shore or whatever it is, you know, they get snow at the beach. Right?
Yeah.
So I guess for them it's not weird. But for those of us in Tennessee who go to PCB to get away from the cold, that's weird.
Yeah, and to see snow on a beach is real weird for me. But yeah, you make a good point. The Northeast, I guess. East Coast, Northeast, Northwest, maybe?
You've been to California, right?
Yes.
You ever been to a beach party at California?
No.
Okay, so I went to California whenever I moved out there, right? Reagan and I don't know if Reagan's going to join us on the show or not. Reagan and I drove across the country to get there. I don't know if I told you this story or not.
No, I don't.
So Reagan and I were in a U-Haul.
I'm surprised Reagan didn't run.
And Reagan and I were taking turns driving the U-Haul and drove nonstop from Tennessee to Southern California.
Y'all you didn't stop at all?
We should have stopped somewhere. That was just crazy.
Yeah.
We should have gone to Vegas, but we ran into problems with the U-Haul, right? So I totally didn't put together that U-Hauls are really, really tall. And so we actually went through a drive-through and crushed one of those drive-through posts with the U-Haul. It was craziness.
That's funny.
But anyway, all that to be said, we drove to California. And I'm like, man, we're going to go straight to the closest beach because I moved to California. I had an apartment and everything. And so we parked the RV, took the car off the trailer, and brought up maps. It says, okay, this is the closest beach. Closest beach was Seal Beach, which is one of the worst beaches in Southern California. I don't know if you've ever been there or not.
No.
But you go to the beach, and there's like oil rigs all over in the water. And, it's just not good.
Yeah.
And so anyway, so we got there, and we're like in shorts, right?
Yeah.
No shirt on.
What time of year?
And it was like, oh man, I don't even remember, March maybe? But I'm used to March in Florida.
Oh, yeah.
March in Florida, it's warm.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was windy and cold, and we're like, we've been driving for like hours.
Yeah.
And we're like determined. We're like laying on the beach with towels over our face so the sand doesn't blow in our face.
You're going to enjoy the beach.
Going to enjoy the beach.
Yeah.
But all that to say, like when you have a sunny day in Southern California, the beach is warm.
Oh, yeah.
But when the sun goes down in Southern California, the beach gets very cold.
Oh, yeah.
And so, like, the first time they had this beach party or whatever, I went with my wife. We went out, and I'm like in shorts and a T-shirt.
Oh, yeah, no.
They're all wearing sweatshirts and joggers.
They had a fire,
and
probably, right?
with a fire pit, and I'm like freezing to death. I'm like, she's like, what are you doing?
Well, did you not watch Karate Kid when you were a kid?
Oh, did Karate Kid go to the beach?
Yeah, they had a beach party at night, and they had a fire. You could tell it was cold.
Interesting. Well, I need to pay more attention to Karate Kid.
Go watch Karate Kid again. So yeah, ooh, right. I can't believe. Go back and watch Karate Kid now. I watched it with Moxie a couple years ago, and man, at the end, when they're fighting, I was so fired up. And the song,
Jason says,
You're
wax
the
on,
best.
wax
Yeah.
on,
Yeah,
wax off,
wax-
wax
yeah.
on, wax on.
Man, I couldn't. I forgot how good it was and how fired up I was at the final tournament when he won.
Oh, you got your emotions back.
Yeah, like I was sitting there and Moxie was in my lap. I'm like about to throw her out. I was like, yeah, I was pumped up. It was fun.
I'm trying to remember. I'll have to get. I don't know if my kids have ever seen it. I have to get it out.
Oh yeah, watch it. You'll
We'll
love
have to
it.
watch it together.
Yeah, you'll be like, man.
They had that new TV show that they came out with,
Yeah, that's awesome too. Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai.
Yeah, that is very good.
Did you watch it? So you watched it. then.
Yeah, so
No spoilers.
no, I won't.
But the gist of it, though.
When I got turned on to it was COVID, and I had COVID the first time, and I watched. I think 3 seasons were out.
You COVID watched it?
Oh man, I watched. Dude, it was so. And it was one of those, you're
How
like,
many shows did people COVID watch? I bet a lot of people watched a lot. A lot of people COVID watched a lot of shows.
I got through 3 seasons probably. I don't know how fast, 3 days, and then I was mad. I was sad because there was no more to watch. It's like, now what do I do? I still gotta be. I got another week and a half to be quarantined.
Welcome to the world of streaming, right?
Yeah, it's.
I mean, I
great.
remember the days whenever it was like, oh, we had to wait. I mean,
Oh, could you imagine watching a show and you have to wait a whole week for the next episode? Like you watch one episode.
Disney actually did that with The Mandalorian.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you watch
Well,
when you watch, you have to watch it whenever they're rolling them out to get that.
So
get that
there's
treatment.
still some like we're watching Beast Games right now.
Beast Games.
Yeah, that's a really good show.
What in the world is
But-
Beast Games?
Oh man, have you heard of? I only know all this because Moxie told me about a couple weeks ago.
Oh, it's Mr. Beast.
Yeah, Mr. Beast. Man,
Yeah, my kids keep telling me about Mr. Beast.
you got to watch the Beast Games. It's really good.
I thought Mr. Beast had like a burger too.
Oh yeah, Moxie will argue that he's richer than Elon Musk, and I don't know.
Yeah, because it was really weird because I tried to order the Mr. Beast burger. Yep,
Yeah.
there it is. The Mr. Beast
Yeah.
burger. And you know what it did? It sent me to pick it up at Red Robin.
Yeah,
But if you go to Red Robin, you can't order the Mr. Beast burger at
You
Red
can.
Robin. You cannot.
so where do you get it?
You have to order it online
And
as
it
the Mr. Beast burger and go pick it up at Red Robin.
But if I sit down at Red Robin, I can't order it.
That's right.
Well, that's
Not on the menu.
that's kind of dumb.
So you got to order it on your app while you're sitting at Red Robin.
yeah.
Hello, Red Robin.
they'll come-
I order it on my app. Don't worry, you don't have to serve me. I'm
was
good.
gonna
Just
say-
bring the bag out to me, and then I'll be good.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It's terrible.
I want to get real quick. Away Jersey was brought up. He just watched the Club La Vila short as our intro. So he just watched it now. We have many shorts that we have made. I think some of
Michael
them
is
are
the
funny.
king of shorts.
Yeah, I think some of them are funny. So go watch them. Subscribe to our channel. Go watch. I think they're good. Like them if you like them. I guess if you don't, you can tell me you don't like them.
So you're watching Beast Games then, huh?
Yeah, and we're caught up. I'm on like episode, I don't know, 8 or 9. And, well, a new one releases tonight. So like tonight when I get home, I could probably watch it.
So Mr. Beast, if I remember correctly, was he the one that did all the outrageous things on YouTube? And
Kind of
that's-
like the Squid Games. He does. And that's kind of how this show without like people killing each other,
Interesting.
So the offer right now, this show is he has 1,000 contestants, and he's offering if you make it to the last one, you get $5 million. But along the way, they'll make offers for you to drop out like $50,000.
So kind of like
could walk
what
away
you were
right
talking
now.
about the parlay thing, when they parlay and they give you the offer to try to get you out of the parlay or whatever it is.
Yeah, in the middle of the bet. Nah, that's a good way to put it. That's exactly how it is. And then, so they do games to eliminate people, and as they go, and I don't think I'm spoiling it for anybody.
Michael is the king of shorts.
I don't know if I like that title.
Kind of has a couple different meanings there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh boy, we're going down a wrong path
Yeah.
already. We just started the show.
But yeah, Beast Games, man, it's fun. And you can watch, like, we watch it as a family. You know, you want to sit down with everybody. It's something that everybody can get into. Moxie loves it. Mandy loves it. Like, we watch it together. The other day, we watched an episode without Mandy, and you would have thought we, like, punched her in the faces. When she
You're a
walked
terrible,
in,
terrible husband.
oh, yeah, she was mad at me.
I bet she was.
She was like, "What are y'all doing?" So we had to restart it to let her catch up.
So then you had to rewatch.
Yeah, that we had already watched, and then try not to tell her what happened.
Moxie's doing everything she can to hold back.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't wait till this
we're
happens.
going. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah. So, but yeah, no, that's a fun show.
That might be something. So we got little $100 treadmills from Target. Did you know the Target had $100 treadmills?
Do they work?
Yeah,
Okay.
but there's no railing or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
It's just a little walking pad,
Mm-hmm.
and it has a remote control that controls how fast it goes. I have to show it to you before you leave.
Yeah, I want to see.
But anyway, this would be a good show for us to watch. We're gonna try to start doing it in the mornings, and
There
watching
you
a
go.
show
Yeah.
while we're doing the treadmill. So
I like that.
like 30 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, no, that's
Try to get rid of my fatness.
Yeah.
Try to live longer is what it's supposed to be, I guess.
Okay. I was going to say I hardly noticed any.
Thank you, sweetie.
So yeah, this is show 19. We are now called the Mike and Jrod show, in case you missed the intro. We decided what
Or
to
the
do
logo, bro.
or the logo, yeah. See our cool logo?
Or all the new branding on Facebook and
Yeah.
YouTube. And
Yeah.
I mean, if they joined us on YouTube, I don't know. Do they get to see it? They get to see it,
Yeah,
don't they?
yeah, you do, yeah. Yeah, it's all Mike and Jrod. I was looking, well, actually, I think I noticed. Did you
That's
do it
thanks
last
to your
night?
wife Mandy, right? She
Yeah.
hooked us up with the logo, and
Yeah, and then you put it in place there.
man,
Looks
we
good.
even look good live now. We got a new logo.
I know, I like it.
Man, we
So-
look like we're professional. We're gonna have to get some sponsorships.
Yeah.
Real
That's
sponsorships,
right.
not fake audience sponsorships. Wait, speaking of, where's our
Yeah.
real fake audience? Are they
You
here?
out there today? Yeah.
Oh, there they are. Oh,
Real imaginary audience. Thank you.
real imaginary. That's it. I keep getting it wrong.
Yeah, they were a little quiet. Took them a minute to get into it.
Yeah, we're not quite to boom shakalaka level.
Yeah, they don't know what to think about the new name yet. Maybe
They're not
shocked
sure about it.
Yeah.
It's just shock and awe.
Yeah. So we wanted to continue each week doing the show. We've had a good time. We enjoy it. And so we thought it would be weird if you kept going and football season's over and we were called SEC Football Review. So we came up with a name, a logo, and here we are. We will, though, still talk about football when SEC football season, well, college football gets here.
Jason says we're imposters.
Still going to talk about college football. We'll do pick'ems. We're still going to talk sports. We may go, now that it's off season, we'll talk a little basketball. March Madness is coming up. We'll talk some basketball, but it
Tried
probably...
to find spreads on the basketball. It was shocking that we can't seem to find spreads to put in the survey. We may have to come up with some. Speaking of, Michael had a couple of unique survey questions. We'll talk about that a little bit later in the show.
Yeah, and we did something in place of picking games. We still want to interact. We want you to participate in the surveys. Look at them. I think they're fun questions. Last week's question, Jared, do you remember what it was?
Let's see. It was me having a sewer pumping station named in my name, wasn't it?
Yeah, so one of them was... yeah. I don't...
Well, originally it was going to be a water pumping station because you work for the
water
utility
company.
district,
Yeah,
not the water
yeah.
company.
I always call it water company. I don't know why.
Is Sully with us? He ain't with us.
No. Brings me to another point. So he is retiring tomorrow. B12
Well,
Sully that watches.
He ain't going to be at the utility district no more.
No, tomorrow.
He can't correct. He won't have the right to correct you anymore.
Well, he has my phone number, and he will. He will still correct me. Yeah.
He'll make sure to put you in your place via text message.
Congrats to him. Happy
retirement, man.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? I don't even know what.
I would love to retire.
You know, we both look like we're retired, but we're so far away from it.
Dang, I look that old.
Well, we both got white beards, right? Didn't somebody call you the wisdom of whatever?
The wisdom beard.
The wisdom beard.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah,
Wisdom beard.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay, Jared. Yes, I do look old.
Look, I'm trying to retire here, right? I mean, that's the whole point of my lots at the lake. Hey, if anybody wants to invest in some lots at the lake, please join in with me.
You can hook them up.
I'm going to hook them up. I'm trying to get some Airbnbs going out at Center Hill. And,
That would be nice.
And that's my retirement plan. Whether or not it works or not, I don't know. But,
Yeah.
Speaking
yeah,
of,
who
do we
knows?
want to talk a little bit about the last football game? Apparently, the ratings weren't too great for Ohio State versus Notre Dame. That's what happens when you don't have an SEC team in the national championship.
Yeah, you told me that. I didn't pay attention to ratings, but I mean, I watched. I watched most of the game until I turned it off once Ohio State scored coming out of halftime. When they made it 28-7, I quit watching. And then
I wasn't feeling very well. I was a little sick.
Oh, yeah.
So a little under the weather,
But I checked right before I went to bed to see the score, and I saw that it was 31-23. So I turned it back on in time to see Ohio State throw that bomb down to the, I don't know, no, inside the 10 maybe, and then I cut it back off. I said, okay, they're going to win. And they did.
So it wasn't that far off. Media people made it sound like it was way, way off or something.
So it wasn't bad, right?
Still 26 million viewers peak. I mean, that's still pretty good.
Well, look, it said it was the highest viewed college game of the year, though, right?
Most watched non-NFL sporting event over the past year.
Okay.
So I'm guessing that the past year means that last year's was... Jason's laughing. Okay, so Jason, just so you know, I'm sure you were going to throw this in my face.
So picks. You getting to
that
the
I
picks?
should have picked Ohio State so that Notre Dame could win, because we all know how this works. When I pick a team here lately, they lose.
Yeah, you probably jinxed him. But you started off the season picking well. You were on fire.
I was on fire, and then it all fell apart. And see, Jason says, yes, I told you.
Yeah, I think it got in your head, though. You got the big head, and then you came back down to earth. But yeah, so last week, there was only 3 of us that participated. Me and Jared were 2 of the 3. We went 0-1, and then Jason, which I like to say he lost because he picked against, I know he was trying to be superstitious, the
Picked
Notre Dame
against
fan.
me, against this
Yeah.
team, trying to get Notre Dame to win. But,
He picked Ohio State to cover, and they did. So you won that pick.
yeah.
So way to go, Notre Dame fan. But hey,
You
in
rebelled
honor-
against your team.
In honor of Jason, look at my T-shirt.
Uh-oh, Warrior. Oh, and it's the state symbol there, too,
Yeah, it's
isn't it?
Notre Dame. I don't know. I
He
just
says you jinxed us.
well, no, Notre Dame just wasn't as good as Ohio State.
So the expansion of the playoff diminishing the importance of the rivalry game. Yeah, that's...
And he's a Michigan fan. I know that.
Yeah,
no.
I don't know. I think Ryan Day, if he hadn't have won the national championship, he might... And I mean, there's still people saying he might be in the hot seat anyway.
I think he...
If he loses to Michigan again this next year...
to me, yeah, they say that, but to me,
You just won a national championship, then you lose one game, and then you're going to be out.
And
the
I
door.
know it's a huge rivalry, but it would be dumb to fire a coach if that was, for losing that one game, but you win national championship. I mean, what if
he's lost that one game every year for the past 4 years or something?
Yeah.
I
don't know, but still, like, so what is? I don't know what. So then, if you don't win a national championship in 6 or 7 years, I would go. If I'm at Ohio State, I'd go. Well, you can't fire me because I beat Michigan.
Well, he's one of the few active coaches now that have won a national championship, because apparently all the national championship coaches, Nick Saban, left the sport.
Well, Nick Saban, Kirby Smart, and Dabo Swinney. That's the only ones. Really.
That was it.
Yeah, you had
somebody
last year.
Somebody quit. Who was it that quit? That used to have one. That had one.
Harbaugh.
Harbaugh. That's what it was.
Won with Michigan. Year. Yeah.
Yep. Seems like there should be somebody else that's won a national championship, though.
What was a bigger fall from last year to this year? Michigan winning the national championship and then going like 6-5 or whatever they went, or Florida State going undefeated and then only winning 2 games?
Ooh, that's a tough question.
Oh, that could have been a good survey.
That would have been a great survey question.
Yeah.
Because Florida State falling apart was just the shocker of the shockers.
Yeah.
But I mean, you and I talked about the NIL thing and the portal. Speaking of interesting NIL news and portal news.
Yeah, there's still lots to talk about.
Yeah. So for those of you guys who don't know, effectively it sounds like that the portal is no more. NCAA has completely lost control.
Well, yeah, I don't know what's going on.
There was a Wisconsin player that left Wisconsin to go to Miami, and it's outside of portal window and all this other stuff. And
but when he decided,
and he's
to
under
go,
a 2-year contract.
When he decided to go, it was during portal time, though. I did read that.
Oh, okay.
It was during portal time, but Wisconsin said they wouldn't let him go because he had signed some kind of contract with them.
So this doesn't even impact portal. They were talking like portal was gone because of this.
So when you told me about it, I went and I read, and the more I read into it, it's been ongoing, and then he just, I guess his agent or lawyer went to ask NCAA, and they said, well, a player can unenroll anytime he wants to.
Well, and that was the whole unenroll at one school and enroll in another.
Somewhere. Yeah.
Anytime they want to, and they were saying that comment by the NCAA effectively created a situation where now portal doesn't matter anymore.
Right. That's where the issue begins. So I don't know.
So who knows what happens with a 19-year-old or a 20-year-old that's now just, I quit.
Yeah. So now, like, if a player, you had a deal and you paid him and he quits, because essentially that's what the UNLV player did. But
he claimed he didn't get paid.
Yeah, but he quit. He just unenrolled. He didn't even get remember, he quit 3 games into the season.
He said, I'm going to go portal whenever the portal opens.
Yeah. But he's just saying he didn't get paid. I think the school probably paid this kid at Wisconsin money. So that's the issue.
Schools are going to make sure that they don't pay until they play.
Right, or are they going to go send Guido out there and bust some kneecaps? So, okay.
You really going to pull that off with a 19-year-old or a 20-year-old? Or
I don't know. I mean,
I think it's going to be...
You start messing around like that?
You get paid when you play. You don't play the game, you don't get paid.
You don't get,
And if they don't do that, they're going to find that these contracts and a long-term contract ain't worth paper. Mm-hmm. Ain't worth paper.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So I think what's going to happen is they're going to be like, you know what? We'll do a 1-year contract, and we're going to pay you every time you play a game.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And did you see that Dion got in big trouble?
No, I didn't.
So they're putting NCAA sanctions on Colorado.
Oh, so that made sense why he might have. But I don't think he's getting a Cowboy job now either. for that and kept up with
Let's
that.
see, Dion sanctions, NCAA portal.
That sounds like a
issues.
name. Like that could be his last name, Dion Sanction.
Oh, I spelled Dion wrong.
Oh,
didn't
that's Mr. and Mrs. Sanction's kid. So
I
while you
forgot the I.
Oh yeah, while you kind of look that up, I'm gonna address and I agree. Away Jersey made the comment: if you lose to Michigan 4 years, but go to the playoffs all 4 years and a championship, then you should get an extension as a coach. I would tend to agree with that.
So I guess he's not a Michigan fan.
No, he is. I know. Yeah, no, he's a Michigan fan. Yeah, I know he is.
He's one of your friends, just
Yes.
like the committee was, right?
Yeah. No, he is. He's the guy that was our roommate our second year in Chicago.
Oh, then you know.
Yeah, so I know. That's why I say I know him. And then I would agree to that question. I said, who had the bigger fall, Michigan or Florida State? And I agree, Florida State did. I think you probably said that too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. I don't know if they'll recover for a while either.
So apparently he's getting sanctioned for mentioning a 5-star quarterback, Julian Juju Lewis, by name before Lewis signed with the Buffaloes. The NCAA does not allow schools to publicize or comment on recruits before they sign. The University of Colorado self-reported the violation and removed 2 episodes of the coach's show from YouTube.
Oh, okay.
The university also stopped live streaming the show. Now,
see, all right, how tic-tac? This
is petty.
That is so petty.
So petty.
Yeah.
Sanders was required to attend additional NCAA rules education sessions.
He's got to do all that.
He has to go to a rules education session. The number of in-person recruiting days for the 2025 spring contact period was reduced by 4 days.
Oh, so he can't have contact. Yeah.
Poor boy.
So as petty as that was for them calling him out, even the punishment's petty.
It's
so
almost
that's
like
good.
it's the whole thing is pointless.
Yeah. And then you got like actually real issues with NIL and that. Like that's the bigger stuff you need to figure out, not this petty stuff.
I'm going to see if I can't find that Wisconsin issue. Wisconsin alleges Miami tampered in Xavier Lucas transfer.
Yeah. I was going to say, you sent me a link or two.
Yeah, I thought I did.
And I read up. It's a long article. I mean, I don't know how.
And it's complicated, too.
Yeah.
But, I mean, ESPN guys are like, oh, yeah, this is the end of the portal. This will be the end of any portal stuff, any whatsoever. No rules. It's all out.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, here's the deal. The real rule here, the person who really broke the rules is Miami. And Miami's part of the NCAA, so Miami should get punished for this.
They should. Especially if it is true what they did. But, I mean...
Now it'd be a case of, oh, did they get punished or not? Should they get punished? Did they really do something wrong? Did they... Whatever.
Yeah. Right now, I mean, it is the wild, wild west in college football. I think anything goes, and until they figure something out, it's either going to continue. There's going to be players jumping from teams from one year to the next, and there's going to be more crazy stories of what teams do to get players.
No one seems to know this, but Amazon...
Oh, I see what you...
I was just messing around.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You were trying.
Sorry about that.
But I mean, do you agree? It's anything goes right now.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah, I think you know what I was trying to do.
Yeah. You were going to play Will Smith's
Give us some Big Willie style. Because that's immediately what I thought about whenever you said that.
Yeah.
Is it even gonna? Let's see if it'll do it this time.
Speaking again.
Yeah. Wild West. Oh, well. Big Willie style, baby.
Yeah.
Can't play that for too long. We'll get in trouble.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He kind of went crazy, too, slapping Chris Rock.
Oh, wow. How
Remember
crazy
that?
was
I
that?
guess that's been over. Man, that's been over a year ago.
Didn't they like ban him from that show? He can't ever go back there ever again or something?
Man, I don't know.
How do you do that?
I don't know. He got mad. Well, then didn't it come out afterwards like she was sleeping on her?
What?
I think so. Yeah. Or they got a divorce after that.
You're kidding.
Could be wrong. I'm pretty sure.
I didn't think
There
so.
was some
Really?
something crazy came out. I thought it could have been like rumor or some big lie.
Was it Jada Pinkett
Yeah.
Smith, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was the whole thing that she had the hair thing,
Well, it was, but
and
then
that was the big drama.
it was, but and it could have been. I saw.
It says they're still married.
Okay. I could have read one of them magazines it was at the grocery store. What are those?
National Enquirer. That's the big one.
I'm pretty sure I saw
Magazines
it
at the
somewhere.
grocery store. There's like a whole like genre of that, isn't there?
Yeah, National Enquirer, U.S. Weekly, maybe. I don't know.
Let's see, National Enquirer. When I think of National Enquirer, I think of Club La Vila.
Do you really?
That's like the pinnacle of getting caught, right? Getting photographed and caught and whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, that's so
Tabloid categories of tabloids.
Tabloids, that's right.
I wonder what the biggest tabloids in history were. Oh, this is not.
Yeah, I mean, for me,
the Sun. That was the one that I was
Sun,
thinking of. The Sun.
National Enquirer and the Sun.
Those are the two big ones that I think of.
Star. I do remember
the Daily Mail, the Star, and then there was all the teeny bopper ones, right?
Yeah, but those weren't as much tabloids as You know what I mean? I don't think those were. Well, maybe they were. They weren't as tabloidy as. I don't even know if that's a word.
Tabloidy. Those are tabloidy.
Yeah, as like the Enquirer and the Star.
We need to do an episode about tabloids. That'd be an interesting episode.
Well, those were huge as we were growing up, right? That's kind of in our wheelhouse, like what we remember. Social media is taking the place now, really. You see some crazy things.
All the so-and-so's pregnant with so-and-so's baby type stuff. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so do we want to talk sports or what? What are we going to do?
Yeah, I was seeing where we were at here.
Oh, you've got an agenda. Wow.
I mean, kind of.
The top of the agenda, remember to turn the sound on.
Yeah. Last week we missed 12 minutes, or did 12 minutes with no sound. The circus for sure, yeah. That's right.
I'm blaming it on that dang intern, that unpaid intern, Jrod, that didn't
the
hit
real imaginary intern.
the real imaginary Jrod that didn't hit the button.
He didn't do his job right.
I know it.
Stupid IT guy.
Stupid IT guy.
Yeah. Is there a boo?
There's a boo. That's the boo that goes on for an hour.
Oh, yeah. I got to end it, don't I? Okay, we'll stop. It does go on forever. You didn't change it yet.
I didn't change it. I know. There's so many priorities in life.
Yeah.
We're talking about
What's
getting
our
a sports
survey
book
question
sponsor.
now?
If anybody knows any sports books that they've got relationships
I'm sure
with,
we
we'd
got
love to
that
have
hookup.
love to have a sponsor for the show so that we can afford an intern to fix these problems.
Yeah. That won't let us go 12 minutes and no sound.
Jason was supposed to fix that problem by messaging us, but he was slacking on the job.
Oh,
so
yeah. Well, I think he did pretty quick. We just didn't look.
we just didn't pay any attention.
We didn't see the chat.
He's our manager, and we didn't pay attention.
Yeah, nobody pays.
He's management.
Nobody cares about management. Who listens to them?
Who listens to them?
Yeah, survey question. That'll get us into some sports talk.
Okay, so the new survey link is up. We did have some problems with. Did I even post? That's what I was bringing up Facebook for. I was supposed to put the survey link on Facebook. Did I put it on there or no?
Yeah, you did. I watched you.
Oh,
That was pre-show.
Oh, great. So
Yeah,
I
I'm
did
pretty
actually
sure.
do something right. I did hit one button at least.
So they can go to Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook.com. You should be able to bring up. And I think we
J-Rod
changed.
show.
So Facebook has got some drama with it. Okay, just so you know, Facebook makes us wait 3 days for them to approve our name change. And so you may be able to find it under SEC Football Review. You may also find it under Mike and Jrod. So
So go to the Facebook page. We posted the link there. And couple questions. First question is, if and this is in terms of easy.
You can still go to secfootballreview.com.
Is
I
that
just
right?
confirmed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this question is, I'd say in terms of if you're in NFL and you wanted an easy job but longevity, like what position would you play?
Okay, you just want to get paid.
Yeah. So would you rather be in NFL? Would you rather be a backup quarterback, a kicker, punter, or long snapper?
I immediately start thinking about the Titans' backup quarterbacks.
Yeah. So I think of Tom Brady's backup. If I could have been a backup, Tom Brady's
Who the hell
backup.
was Tom Brady's backup? Don't even know.
But there for he did get. They finally traded him. After
Talking about
like,
the Patriots, right?
yeah, after 5 years and after a long time, he finally did get a chance with another team, and he didn't work out too good.
Backup quarterback at
Because Tom Brady was the backup to Drew Bledsoe when he got his chance.
the Patriots.
And
Castle,
Yep. Was it Castle?
Matt Castle.
Yes.
Began his career as a backup to Tom Brady
Did it say
until
how
Brady
long?
suffered a season-ending injury, 2008. During his one season as a Patriots starter, Castle took him to an 11-5 record.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty good, considering you sat the bench the whole time.
Yeah, I can't remember how long he was. He was a backup for a while.
And then what he did, he become a full-time... He was with the Titans.
Yeah.
Was he the backup quarterback of the Titans? I don't remember him being a quarterback of the Titans.
He might have been a backup. I don't think he... So how long was it? How long did it say he was with the Patriots?
2005 to 2008.
Seemed like... I don't know.
Then he was with the Chiefs, the Vikings, the Bills, the Cowboys, the Titans, and the Lions. Titans are the only ones that he was with for more than, well, I don't know. He was with the
It was
Vikings for a
like
couple
2
of
seasons.
years.
Yeah. He bounced around.
Was he ever? Oh, he was a USC
Yeah.
quarterback. Interesting.
But man, I mean, think about if you could be a backup to like Patrick Mahomes' backup. He's always playing. Like Peyton Manning's back. Whoever backed him up for years.
Oh, so you're saying be the backup for like one of the top quarterbacks so
Yeah.
you never actually play?
Yeah.
Because they're never going to not play their number one guy when he's the
Right.
the star of the show.
Yeah. You'll come in.
It's not
there-
like you're competing for the role.
Yes. Yeah. So what if you could play for 12 years, get a NFL like contract and you play in the NFL 10, 12 years, but to not really play a whole lot, like don't get hurt. Like a kicker, but you probably get a lot of stress. You miss a winning field goal. So that's what I'm saying, like a punter, kicker, long snapper, maybe a long snapper.
So the Patriots traded him away. Traded him an outside linebacker, Mike Vrabel.
Yeah, to the Chiefs.
For the 34th overall selection. So,
Yeah,
so,
they didn't
so
get
if you're getting traded for a 34th pick, that's a
Yeah.
bad that's a bad sign.
Yeah.
Mike Vrabel was part of that one. I wonder what happened there.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
So, I mean,
Oh, Mike
don't know.
Vrabel.
I would kind of choose. I don't know. I think a backup quarterback, as long as you were on a good team.
Can't believe the New England Patriots hired him as their head coach.
Yeah.
That was recent too, wasn't it?
Yeah. He's now the new coach. Yeah. Mike Vrabel is. So, what would you pick
What would I pick?
in NFL? And then there's one more, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Well, I mean, I've also got to think about my talent level.
Well, you were at least good enough to get.
I could have been a punter, maybe.
Yeah.
What was that? What was that college that we said was? They were producing punters or kickers or something.
Buffalo.
Buffalo. That's
yeah,
right.
the Buffalo University.
Because Ohio State recruited their kicker. Was it
Yeah.
their kicker or their punter? I can't remember.
I think it was a kicker.
Yeah, I think it was a kicker.
But yeah.
So here's the deal.
So if you're saying what
But
I'm most
punter,
likely,
the problem is with punter is that you may be having to tackle people.
Yeah, occasionally.
Kicker? Nah. Okay, maybe you a block kick or something?
Yeah. Now, on that point, yeah, kicker won't have to tackle as much as a punter would probably have to. But a kicker, you've seen teams, he misses a game-winning field goal. And
there's a lot of pressure.
Yeah. They start,
A kickoff guy. The kickoff kicker, not
usually that's either the punter or
is that going to be the scoring kicker too? I guess that's the same guy.
Times, yeah, unless the punter can, sometimes I've seen the punter be the kickoff.
I mean, I would love to be a backup quarterback if I just had the skills. I don't know that I have the skill level.
Well, neither one of us have the skill.
Well, I mean, period. You didn't play football. I didn't play football.
I played in Little League. That was it. Yeah.
I wish I did. I had glasses though. I would have been like breaking glasses into my eyes.
If now a punter, you could buy, because punters last a long time in the NFL. And you wouldn't have to tackle much if you punt towards the sidelines all the time.
Just make sure it goes out every time you punt. I'm the punter, and I always punt to the sides. Always punt to make sure they don't run it back.
Or I don't think they would get on to you, punt it, and then immediately run straight to the sideline.
Well, wasn't that what you said that girl did in that?
Yeah.
Because there's a girl punter or whatever?
Yeah, for a high school here in Tennessee. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was smart. I understand their reasoning, but I think an NFL team you might get
They'd probably frown on that one.
Yeah, it's frowned upon to just run straight to the sidelines in the NFL.
Run away, run away.
Yeah. And then the other survey question, pretty much the same thing, but it's baseball. Would you rather be
relief pitcher?
Yeah, relief
closing pitcher or designated hitter?
Yeah.
Designated hitter runs the bases, right? They still run the bases, right?
You don't want to rush that too much running for you?
No.
Yeah, they still run the bases if you get on.
I mean, here's the deal. In baseball, there's not as much pain and suffering.
Yes. Yeah.
Unless a ball hits you in the head or something.
Right.
So a designated hitter could maybe get a ball in the head, but you still got a helmet on. It's not the same. The same liability level.
No. If I had to choose between NFL and baseball, I'm going to be in baseball, and I'd probably choose relief pitcher.
You played baseball, didn't you?
Nah, Little League and stuff. I never really, other than basketball and soccer, I played that through high school.
MJCA didn't have a lot of those sports.
Yeah, they didn't have baseball or football when I was there.
They just had basketball, right?
Well, they got baseball later on, but when I was still there.
Did you play basketball for MJCA?
Yeah, basketball and soccer.
Yeah, because we were talking about naming the court after you.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Now, did you guys go to Nate's,
way better players.
Nate's court naming at GCA?
Yeah, last Friday we went. It was pretty cool.
Was Nate excited?
Yeah.
I mean, he already knew.
Yeah, he already knew, yeah. But what they did, it was pretty cool. So, between the girls' high school game, after the girls' high school game and the boys' game is when they did it. And then after, he come out, they presented him with a jersey and plaque, and his wife was with him as well. They both came out. And then afterwards, they had a reception. It was like, I cannot believe I forgot this.
No, tell me. I'm waiting.
No, this is going.
Waiting in massive anticipation here.
You're gonna.
Do I need to hit a noise maker or something?
Maybe here in a minute. So, afterwards, we go up, and they had a reception, and there was a list, and so it was the class he graduated in '97.
Did he play basketball there?
No, he got cut every year. He never made it on the basketball team.
Oh, he tried out though.
Yeah, so he gave money. He donated some money. They're going to be able to build an indoor facility, and he was kind of the lead donator, and he loves the school. He went there for a long time, graduated there, but they put his name on there. But then the reception, was family, friends, and then the class of 97, which he graduated. And
we were both 96.
yeah,
right?
yeah,
And he
we
was
were 96. So it was cool. Guess who was there?
Who? Was T-Bone there?
Derek Mason.
You're kidding me.
No.
Oh, I hope he didn't watch our show. Oh, my gosh.
Look, I told Mandy that, and I told...
You're like, oh, no.
Yeah, Ellis was there because his mom, he goes there.
I don't even know what to hit.
He probably, I don't either.
I don't even know what to hit for that. Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Dude, I was like, I mean, the chances are he has no
He
clue,
would never.
right?
No, he's too
But
busy.
there's a slight
He's too busy making sure that MTSU loses.
Right. But there's always that slight chance that somebody saw
somebody
it and
says
told him.
something.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Somebody had told him. He
Oh,
wouldn't-
that's the guy. Oh, that's the guy.
Hey,
Oh,
that guy dogs you on a dumb talk show they have. Yeah.
you're like the butt of every one of his jokes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So,
I mean, I'm sure he's got a lot more people criticizing him. You getting paid $1 million
I'm
to
nothing.
smoke and kill. Speaking of, how did they end up the season?
They won 3 games, I think.
This
Yeah.
just makes me so angry. I told him you just have to win the conference championship, and then you get a chance to go to the big dogs.
He can't even do that.
He can't even win the conference
Yeah.
championship. Derek, here's the deal, man. I had complete hope and faith in you, and then you just let me down, bro. You let me down.
That's all Jared saying that in case you're watching. I love you.
Just let me down, man. You let me down. I was like your biggest fan.
He went 3-9 this year.
I was like, oh, it's Vandy. That was the real challenge for Derek. And then sure enough, he leaves and boom, Vandy just takes off, goes and beats #1 in the country, and Derek Mason ain't there no more.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, boom, MTSU's got their worst season in how long?
I don't know. I bet he gets fired next year. And he's a nice guy, but I just don't think he's a good head coach. I think he's a coordinator, defensive coordinator. Very good.
But we already talked about that. We checked his record as a defensive coordinator too, and it wasn't that great.
I'm standing by what I just said as defensive coordinator.
They've made sure they didn't even put the record on here for this season on MTSU's website.
Well, is that the website or Wikipedia?
This is MTSU. Well, the schools update this stuff, man.
Well, they're not in a hurry to update.
Yeah, they're doing
Would you
everything
be
they
in a-
can to not tell people
Would you
that
be in a
Derek
hurry
Mason
to update
sucks.
a 3-9 season? No, I wouldn't either. I wouldn't update 3-9. I would never put it on there.
Suck and suck. I suck, I suck. Like, that's the song. I mean, look at this. Yeah, they haven't even put the season on here.
Yeah. So
Unbelievable.
he did worse than the year before. They were 4-8 the year before, and they bring him in and go 3-9. That's good. No, but yeah. So that pretty funny. He was there, and so like I said, Ellis, boy that I went to Vandy game with, Towns' son, he was there. His mom works there, and he was looking. He wanted to go meet him, but he couldn't ever find him.
Oh, Ellis would have told us all. He would have busted
Oh,
us.
I would have slapped his little head.
He would have busted us.
Yeah.
And he
Well, I
would have
told
loved
him.
it too. He'd been like, oh, let me tell you about this guy. Let me introduce you to somebody, Derek. Come on over here. I want you to meet this guy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I've met Derek. I met him in person.
I think he's a great.
Whenever the kids
nice
were there
guy, yeah.
at MTSU, right? But it's just like, come on, man. Like, you're getting paid big bucks.
Oh, that's right. You had kids there, so you.
I got
more
a vested
in the
interest
state.
here,
you
man.
Do. You do.
I got a
Okay.
vested interest. I want to go to all the season games. I want to be a big fan. And I can't be a big fan if you suck.
Oh. Price is right, Jack.
Should be boo.
Yeah, I'll do that for you too. You're upset.
I'm upset. I just can't.
Calm down.
But I am wearing my Vandy gear today. Wearing my
Yeah.
Vandy gear today. And I need to upload that picture so I can show our audience that picture of them rushing the court. They rushed the court.
Oh, okay.
Did I send it to you?
More sports talk. Let's go.
Did I send that picture to you where Vandy rushed the court?
No, I watched it.
Oh,
on
the
TV.
end of that game was just incredible. Absolutely incredible. And, I did my undergrad at Tennessee.
Maybe
I did
you
my
did send me
MBA at
that.
Vandy.
Yeah.
But, I mean, and EJ, my son, got me these tickets for Christmas. So this is my
Was
Christmas
it
present.
Christmas or birthday?
It's Christmas. EJ actually was talking about this. He's like, "Oh, Dad, I thought it was for your birthday." And then I'm like, "Man, your birthday was like in October. That was forever ago. This was not birthday. This was Christmas."
Your son's like, I don't know. It's
I don't
one of
know.
these-
It's one of those. One of
Holiday,
those.
birthday, I don't know.
One of
Here you go,
those.
Dad.
But anyway, so we went and we were in the nosebleeds.
Mm-hmm.
But man, the ending to that game was just incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah. No, it was.
You rushed the court at North Carolina.
Oh, yeah, I did. Well, we all did. Me, Nate, and John, away jersey there. Yeah, I don't want to butt in. That, are you going to get it where you can show it?
I was going to try
yeah.
to figure out a way to put it on my.
So, to that, yeah, when I lived in Chicago, John's grandmother and grandfather, he had passed away, but his grandmother still had season tickets. I think they were big donors. They went to North Carolina. Well, that year, it was 03, I think. That year, UConn was #1 in the country, and North Carolina was, I don't know, 8th in the country. And he said, hey, if we fly down there, we can go. We can use my grandma's tickets. She's like a lifelong ticket
Getting the
holder.
hookup, huh?
Yeah, so we went.
Here we go.
and,
I got it to pop up on my Facebook.
Okay. So we went to North Carolina. UConn was #1. We watched the game, and they're great seats. We were right by the floor, and John said, just so y'all, because he's a big North Carolina fan, because of his family on his mom's side, I believe it is. And but anyway, he told us it was getting down. Then he said, and North Carolina was up. He said, "Well, I'm rushing the court." We're like, "Well." Me and Nate just like sports, so we're like, oh, well, we're going to too then. This is going to be fun. They win, and we just kind of like that picture right there that you have for Vanderbilt. We stormed the court. And
there we go.
He got
it to
his,
come up for everybody to
John
see.
got his face in the picture. He got up to one of the players, and the local newspaper the next day had him like this with one of the North Carolina players, and was like, North Carolina. Wow. So he's got the paper somewhere.
So he's published.
Yeah, Rashad McCants. I think that was the guy. I don't know. He's a published. He could say he's
the one
published.
thing that blew my mind was this right here.
We don't do orange.
Oh, and they're
That's
squeezing they're crushing an orange.
That's awesome. I didn't see that. That's good.
That was what they had. I mean, it was just, and I mean, EJ was just pumped. Like,
is he like a Vandy guy? Does he?
He doesn't
Just being in the
follow
moment,
any
though.
sports,
Okay.
but the moment was just so intense. Like,
Yeah.
and the place must have been like 60% UT fans.
Yeah, it kind of
And
is.
I mean, you could hear it sounded pretty even, the volume levels
Yeah.
on both sides. And like the Tennessee fans were defense. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is like a Tennessee home game.
Yeah.
Because I went to a lot of games over at
when you were in Knoxville.
over at Thompson Bowling. And
Well, that's a huge. Speaking of gym, that's a huge. It holds like 24,000.
I think Thompson Bowling at one point in time was considered the largest. I'd have to look it up.
Yeah.
Largest college basketball stadium in the country. Let's
Yeah.
see, largest college. I don't have that.
Now Vandy holds like at one time it was a little over 15,000, but they redid some things and it's like 14,000.
Well, and Tennessee shrunk theirs too.
Yeah.
So Thompson Bowling is number 5.
Okay. 21,000.
The Carrier Dome, where Syracuse plays, is the biggest at 34,000.
Yeah.
Rupp is at 23. Louisville KFC Yum Center. That name is just nuts.
Yeah.
Is 22, and then the Dean Center in North Carolina is 21, and Thompson Bowling is 21. So, and I mean, change, some seats or whatever. But the thing is like Tennessee shrunk both of them. Tennessee shrunk both Neyland and Thompson Bowling. They put premium seats in and took away the benches.
And that's, you want to make it better, comfortable. And you're not really when you're okay. Like for football,
They were competing against Michigan for the big house.
They were. They were.
Like they were like, hey, we're going to be bigger. We're going to be bigger. And then all of a sudden it's like.
Now it's more like
Tennessee got ranked #1 party school in the nation when I graduated, and after that it all went downhill.
2000.
Yep.
Was that when they were butt chugging?
What are you talking about?
What is that? All right over there? Big flash screens.
What are you talking about?
Well, hold on. I want to make sure we're good. Okay, that's fine.
We're fine.
It flashed the screen. No, back. I don't know. It's been a while.
What are you even talking
like
about?
Like the fraternities got in trouble, like hazing, and they were making them.
Maybe we shouldn't talk about this on the air.
It's pretty self-explanatory. But
like there was hazing problems. There's always hazing problems with the fraternities.
Yeah, and that's across everywhere. But that one, because we're in the same state, that's why I heard about it so much.
Well, there was I'd say every year, every other year, there was some fraternity getting shut down for hazing.
Oh yeah. But this was one. Look it up sometime.
I'm not looking it up.
No, someday, another day.
I don't want that to come up on my Google search results.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure, yeah. Yeah, we'll look it up after.
Yeah, we're not talking about that anymore.
After show. So, yeah, you went to the Vandy UT game.
I still think that the Vandy's facilities, you and I kind of talked about this off the air.
Yeah.
Vandy's facilities are absolutely amazing for basketball.
Yes.
The fact that you can sit below the court, it's the only place I've ever heard of that's like that. And the intensity was just off the chain.
And it's the only court in college basketball that the benches are on the baseline and not on the sidelines. And up until
if you're a player and you're sitting behind the goal the whole game, that's so weird.
Yeah,
and the coaches were like walking up the sidelines, but they're the only ones allowed.
So coaches have only been allowed to walk the sidelines for like it's been enough SEC coaches finally complained enough that now the coaches can walk the sidelines. They used to have to stay on the baseline, and I want to say
there's no room down there either.
Yeah, so it used to be the coaches would be on the baseline, and like if the ball was down on the other side, you'd see them walking out almost. I've seen Kevin Stallings out by the free throw line before.
Folks, if you haven't been to a game, you need to check it out.
Gym.
Yeah, Memorial Gym and it's an old building. Like it was just very old. Oh, I've got a picture here.
Yeah.
I'll put that up. Hang on.
So
see if I can't do this.
Originally it was like a multi-use. When they built it, they wanted basketball, but it was multi-use. They had concerts, like theater, plays. It was meant to be for everything for the school, and now they strictly use it. They used to have concerts. I want to say, I don't know. I was going to say like Dave Matthews, but some big people have played there in concert. I don't know if Dave Matthews played there, but it was a concert venue, theater, back in the day, and now it's strictly just for basketball. But I like it because it's unique. Like, there's no other court like this in the country.
Oh, yeah. Incredibly unique. And I've never seen anything like it.
My uncle had season tickets, and so my uncle and my dad.
This picture's kind of blurry. I wanted people to be able to see it, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull this off.
Oh, you don't know if it...
Let's see if I can... There we go. So here's the. Oh yeah, it's really.
If you zoom in, you can't really
terrible.
zoom. Yeah.
But yeah, it's tight over here, and these seats
all the way out,
are below.
Yeah.
These seats over here are below the actual court. You can see it better over here because all the students got all their junk sitting out here.
Yeah.
And then all the cheerleaders are all like sitting because cheerleaders and dance teams sit because you can't see if they stand up, and you probably see other things if they stand up because you're.
You are down, it's sunken.
You're way down here, and like this is what I was talking about. The coach is like he's out here.
Yeah,
and it was really weird when the ref had to review something. He walks over here, and then they gave him some little thing over out of the bottom of the.
He has to bend
below
down,
the court.
Right?
He has to bend down to look at it. Yep. So weird.
You sat where my aunt and uncle.
Oh, I sat way up here.
Yeah, but on this
side. On the
and
other
that's
side.
where ours used to be, behind the bench. And then me and my cousin in Towns, Ellis's dad, used to have season tickets in the same area.
Crazy thing is, I think I liked watching it better there than I did at Tennessee. Tennessee is so big, right? It's so spread out.
Yeah.
This, you feel like you're right on top of everything.
For basketball, I want to be maybe a 10 to 15,000 at the most stadium. I want it to
be tight.
Yes, because it
the bigger it is,
it's sold out. Because 10,000 people in a small, that's loud. It can be loud. 15,000.
It was loud.
Yeah, and that's fun. Like North Carolina, I remember it was when we went. It was
they're at 21.
It was pretty loud.
Well, Thompson Bowling, when it's sold out, it's loud.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Any of them, I guess, sold out, but like.
But you don't see sellouts every single game when you've got a big, huge facility. Unless it's Neyland, which, oddly enough, Neyland sold out every.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have that many football games, right? So that probably plays into it.
But it can seem, like in a gym, 10, even 20, 15, 20,000 people can seem so raucous, like if the place is going to fall. Like,
oh, it felt crazy.
It can seem as crazy as 100,000 seats.
It felt crazy.
Just because it's enclosed. And man, they can get rocking. Like, there's nothing better when you're watching a game and it's your team. And they go on like a 8-0 run, and it gets so loud.
Well, that's what happened. Vandy went on a 10 run.
Yeah.
And then Tennessee never came back.
Till the end, I got a bit nervous.
Got really close.
Yeah.
But it was that one free throw. He missed that one. That Tennessee player missed that one. Who was that? I can't remember. He'd hit every other free throw, I thought, too.
I'm glad he missed. But no, it was a good game.
Man, our new logo looks so good.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
It really does.
I can get used to that.
Looks good. Thank you, Mandy. It looks great.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah, I've never been to Purdue. I've been to Indiana. Told you that. I tell you, Mississippi, been to Auburn, and then Mississippi State. I think they still. It's an old gym, I think.
I didn't see any road games when I was at Tennessee. Only saw home games. Yeah.
So we drove down. My dad, my uncle, and my aunt drove down to Mississippi State in '92. Billy McCaffrey was there. Is when Eddie Fogler coached, and it was the last game of the season. And if Vandy won, they would clinch SEC champions regular season in '92. I think '92, maybe '93. Could have been '93. But we drove from Nashville. We drove all the way down there to Mississippi Starkville, and they won to win that regular season SEC. They went to the Sweet 16 that year.
That also feels kind of weird. So this kind of goes back to that whole thing with where we talked about the college football with the championship game. Mm-hmm. And college basketball has kind of got a weird anomaly there too, because you can be the regular season champion, but you can also be the tournament champion.
Yeah, or not. Yeah, you can be regular season champion, then not be SEC.
Not even win the tournament champion.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Just weird.
It is weird, but yeah, that's why I like one conference champ a year. Don't give me two, because I mean, you essentially can do well. I guess you can do it in football too. You can be the SEC.
So now you can be the division, the SEC champion, season wise, and you can not be the champion.
Yeah, if number 2 beats you, then they were the.
So you were the regular season champion.
But I don't think they really call it that though in football. They just say SEC champ is whoever wins the championship game. Yeah, so there's the yeah. I like that better than basketball having two, the tournament champ and the regular
But what would you do? So you'd have a 1 versus 2 basketball game to determine the champ?
They have the tournament, it's seeded, and actually now that there's like 16 teams, I think they only take the top 12.
So regular season counts for seeding?
Yes, yeah. And that's fine. I like that.
And so now there's going to be some people that are left out of the championship tournament.
I could be wrong on that. They may take all 16.
Because this will be the first time they've had this many teams.
Yeah. But the way they, because I haven't seen it with 16. With 14, the top 4 teams got a 2-game bye. I think it was. It was weird.
2-game bye. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. Now that you have 16, that's that's a perfect number. One could play 16, two can play 15. You go all the way. You set it up like the Sweet 16.
Full Sweet 16 bracket.
Yeah. So it'll work out a lot easier.
Man, that's going to be a tough tournament because we just talked about how many SEC teams are in the top 25 right now.
The SEC.
Strong. There was an announcer on TV. He goes, they were talking about the SEC game that they were calling for.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, I remember the days when ACC was a basketball conference. I was like, oh no.
And John away jersey may take a little. He may get mad at you for that.
He may get mad at me
because he's ACC. Well, and I mean Duke, North Carolina.
Oh, big time teams.
Yeah.
Growing up, I almost went to Duke. That was the thing.
Dang.
I almost went to school there.
You are a grade A nerd, aren't you? Vanderbilt, Duke. I mean, and I say that in a good way. I don't mean it. I mean.
Well, no. So here's the deal. Here's the deal. Duke got on my radar with the program that they've ended, called Duke Tip. You ever heard of Duke Tip?
Mm-mm.
So Duke Tip was this program where in 7th grade they would allow you to take the ACT through Duke.
In the 7th grade.
In the 7th grade, so you took the ACT with Duke, and my kids did it.
Okay.
And it's the real deal ACT. And Duke sponsors it. Now they don't do it anymore, but you can still take the ACT in 7th grade. And so our youngest, we're going to end up having her do that.
Yeah.
But my kids, this is me marrying up in the world, right?
Yeah.
Married a super smart woman.
You're pretty smart, though.
My kids ended up getting like 20s, high 20s.
Oh, gosh.
On the ACT in 7th grade.
7th grade?
Yeah. So they were already qualified for college in 7th grade. But anyway,
they retake it if they want to, or
yeah. I mean, you can retake it as many times as you want. They get the highest score. Yeah. But Duke Tip was the whole deal where.
So how do they take you? If they offer you something then?
Then if you score a certain score, they send you a little certificate and you get like a little medal or whatever. Mm-hmm. But that was what got me started with Duke. So, Duke. Then I started.
That just got your attention.
Got my attention to them, and then I thought, oh man, I really want to go there. And then they had one of those little preview things where they went around with Columbia and with Harvard and with somebody else, and they had a preview thing here in Nashville. And I talked Dad into going.
Okay.
And we went, and all Duke wanted to talk about was how the student government built a bicycle path through campus. And I'm like, this is the stupidest thing ever. You're not going to talk about academics. You're not going to talk about different programs. You're not going to talk about anything but a stupid SGA bicycle path. Forget this. And that's when I decided to forget Duke.
Yeah. Maybe they thought you were an avid bicycle rider.
I don't know. No, I was nobody. I was like, it was in an auditorium. They were doing a presentation
I thought it was like a one-on-one.
No. It was like an auditorium presentation thing.
I thought, man, that's what they're doing is they're...
But Tennessee was the Best Buy. Remember what I told you about?
Yeah.
And so...
It was the cheapest at the time.
It was a great deal. So they were like ranked, but they were super cheap comparatively to the other schools that were highly touted, I guess you could say.
Well, UT is a good academic school.
Not even going to acknowledge that.
Yeah.
Not even going to look at that. I'm going to have a sip.
Yeah. And we're rolling through everything. I like it.
That Vandy game, though, is awesome.
Yeah,
was awesome.
It would have been a fun one to be.
And there's that in-state rivalry, right? And Tennessee was like ranked number 4, number 1, or something like that at the time.
No, this year, 4.
They were ranked number 1 at one point.
Yeah,
and now Auburn's number 1 because they're still undefeated. Tennessee Auburn's playing this next week.
Yeah, that's a huge game.
Huge game.
Up Saturday.
Tennessee wins that game. That'll actually give Auburn a loss.
Is Auburn undefeated still?
Auburn's undefeated.
In the
I thought they were.
I don't know. I haven't. That's how much I've been keeping up lately.
I was wanting to say that Auburn was straight up undefeated, and that's why they were ranked number 1.
Well, to your point, you were saying about that announcer saying that ACC used to be a basketball school. I was listening to a show on Sirius Radio. Did I tell you this already?
No.
I must have told. I feel like I've told somebody. So I was listening, and they have. It's a show that has Coach K on. Mike Krzyzewski that used to coach Duke. And I was surprised, but he said that, to hear him say it, but he said this year the SEC was the toughest conference in basketball.
Wow.
And that's I mean, you know who he is. And that's come from one of the best coaches
statement.
to ever coach,
Yep.
which John would disagree. He'll say Dean Smith.
So right now, Auburn's overall record is 17-1. They lost to Duke early on.
Okay.
And in the conference, they're 5-0.
So undefeated in the conference.
And everybody who's had a loss, except for Alabama. Alabama lost 2 games out of conference. That's weird.
But Alabama, they beat the snot out of Vandy Vandy came back, but they still they beat Alabama on Tuesday.
But if Tennessee wins,
Alabama beat Vandy.
Tennessee wins, they'll have the same overall record as Auburn.
Yeah.
Alabama's overall record's not that great. It's one loss more. So
16-3, that's a good.
Still a great record.
Yeah.
I mean, but look at the conference, dude.
Yeah, every team has
Every team's got a massive winning record.
Well, and that goes, though, non-conference, you try to pad. Because look at South Carolina is 0-6 in the SEC. So they were 10-3 before they began conference play, and then they're 10-9.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so they'll end up with a losing record. Arkansas probably will, too. They're 1-5.
Interesting.
But look at, this is funny. Texas and Oklahoma kind of
I feel like we're
basketball.
we're sitting here looking at this, and our fans are not getting to see what we're looking at.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to see if I can't bring it up.
It's just the SEC basketball
Yeah,
standings.
we were just looking at rankings.
But they can hear what we're
standings,
saying,
yeah.
right? They can hear.
We were just shocked at how good the teams are. Oh, now it doesn't even bring it up for me, did it? I screwed it up. I had it up, and now it's not up anymore.
Yeah, you got to find the conference.
Oh, the dogs say get on it.
Get on it. This is boring to watch. He's watching another room. He just got on you. He's like, duh.
Get onto it. Get onto this.
No one wants to see that
No one
mess.
wants to see this garbage.
Yeah.
I think that was probably the little dog, not the big dog.
Obi. I like Obi, man.
Obi, he's
He goes
a quiet
missing.
boy.
He's just at my house. Yeah, he's a good dog.
He's stinky. He's not as stinky as
Oh,
Lightning. I had a deaf dog at one point in time. So
Oh,
anyway, this is what we were talking about, right? With the rankings.
standings.
Yeah, the standings, and a
Which
lot of folks are 4-2 in the conference.
there's
so
5 SEC teams in the top 10 right now, ranked in the top 10.
a lot,
Yeah, it's crazy.
a lot.
Because for a while they were struggling in basketball.
Yeah, Obi replaced Lightning, so Lightning was deaf.
What do you mean deaf?
Deaf. He couldn't hear.
Oh, deaf. Yeah.
Deaf. Yeah, he
Dang.
couldn't hear. So he was my choice for dog because I had certain rules,
Yeah.
and one of them was no jumping, one of them was no barking, and because he was deaf, he didn't bark. And
I guess that makes sense.
I think because he was deaf, he was kind of oblivious to the world too. But he was the stinkiest dog ever. My wife thought we were going to take him back. I fought having a dog. I fought.
Do you
it and
think
fought it
that
and
was
fought it.
because his ears deaf?
No, so we think that he was a hunting dog,
Oh, and
so all the gunshots ruined his hearing.
so you bought him or you got him at?
We saved him from every one of our dogs has been a rescue.
Okay.
So we saved him from the pound in Robertson County or something like that.
Oh.
And when we went to pick him up, we'd never had a dog before, and so we had this dog crate with this little pad in it, thinking,
Yeah.
oh, he may pee in the dog crate or whatever.
Yeah.
He's sliding around in the back.
How old was he?
Oh, he was like 14 years old. That poor dog trying to come to our house.
Dang, you got him at 14.
14. And
You were basically hospice for this dog.
he only made it. He didn't make it a year, I don't think. He didn't make it a year. But he was the sweetest dog. But he smelled so bad. And on the way home,
Well, him being that old, that like now I'm like, oh, well, I know why. He
old
smells.
people smell.
Yeah.
Old dogs smell.
That's why I thought you were saying death smell.
Yeah, he did have a death smell too.
Dang.
And in the car on the way home, we're driving down the road and he farted. That fart was the most death fart that ever existed. And my wife immediately, because I said, I don't want a dog.
Yeah.
And she fought it, tried to get us dog. And then, sure enough, in the car, he farts, and she looks at me and goes, like, he's going to turn around and take this dog back.
I was going to say, is that what won you over?
And I looked over and I said, honey, did you just let one go? No, I didn't say that. I was nice. I was not mean.
I thought you were going to say, well, I want the dog now. That the fart won you over.
Gosh, that fart was death. Like, even with the windows rolled down, it still smelled like the bomb had dropped. Oh, my
That's an old man. Old man fart.
Oh, it was terrible fart. Terrible,
I mean,
terrible,
14
terrible.
years old? What's that? 7 times 14?
Is that how that works?
Yeah, dog. Yeah.
Dog years?
Dog years. 7 years for 1 year.
Man, he was an old dude. He was the best dog. So I always thought of him. So you remember the dog on Hee Haw?
98 years old.
The dog on Hee Haw.
Yeah.
That just laid there on the porch all the time?
Yeah.
That was lightning. Oh, I need to get the general picture. Here, you talk for a minute. I'll be right back.
Oh, my God. I don't know what to talk about. Where are you going? The general.
The general. I got to show it to our fans.
All right. Well, Jared's left me to hit buttons.
I like turtles.
And he won't say anything about it. So yeah, SEC Vandy recap. They beat Tennessee on Saturday, 1 point win, and then on Tuesday, like I said, they got killed by Alabama, which they're 3-3 in SEC, and then Tennessee bounced back and beat Mississippi State on Tuesday. Beat them pretty good.
For the wife's birthday,
Uh-oh. What do we got?
I got her the crusty old general of lightning.
Oh. So this is the old farter right here.
The old farter.
Is that him?
That's the old farter right there. Look at his teeth.
He's a handsome fella. Well, he's got some bad teeth. Golly.
He's got some deadly teeth. We call it the crusty old
gosh.
general.
Yeah, that's an awesome picture, though.
That was what, that was her big, I think that was her birthday present.
Okay.
Man, I'm like out of breath now. I'm getting old.
Did you have to run downstairs? Dude, that is an awesome picture. His teeth are bad, though.
He's rough.
You should have took him to the dentist.
He's rough. rough. He's rough.
That's pretty good. I don't know what button to hit. I liked it, though.
There we go.
Yeah. Beavis and Butthead like
He's rough.
rough.
He's rough.
That's good.
He was a good boy, though. Good
Yeah.
dog. He didn't look like that. He didn't ever have an outfit on like that, though. And his farts did not smell that clean.
So that wasn't his Halloween costume he'd wear around. I thought maybe that was a real costume. So I was looking at my notes while I was gone. I was nervous. I didn't know what to talk about. But I did.
Didn't know what to say to the audience.
Yeah. We just.
Oh, my wife's watching. She says a Mother's Day present.
Oh.
Wow, man.
He's been gone a year.
Man, she must have saw me running through the house, wondering what the hell's going on. There's a fire or something.
Yeah.
I better watch the show. Something's wrong.
There's a fire and I'm still sitting in here. You're running. She's like,
Michael's dying and Jared's
look.
trying to get 911.
Look at that idiot sitting in the house still when the house is on fire. She probably said, well, you could tell he didn't get a good ACT score.
Yeah.
He's just sitting there.
She's she's been trying to watch just so we have one more viewer. So I guess she's the one viewer every show.
No, there's been a few come in and out. We've had quite a few going on.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all watching.
Yeah, thank you for watching tonight.
As crazy and chaotic as this is.
Everybody was excited about the big name change.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, I like it.
I like it.
So we talked about.
I bet you like it since your name is first.
That was you said it sounded better.
Yeah, it does sound better.
Oh, don't.
I'm kind of jealous now. I'm not, now that I think about
We
it.
could have went Jrod and Michael show,
No, it doesn't have the same ring.
and neither Michael and Jrod. There's too many syllables in Michael.
So she's giving you away.
Oh, I
She
did.
said you pushed all the buttons while I was gone.
Dang it! That was our secret. Dadgummit.
She busted you up. Busted.
Man. Yeah, I had fun.
How many buttons did you push?
Oh man, I mean, I just
Oh man, just all of them.
yeah, I had fun.
You trying to raise a little? Oh, it's not even working. What
raise a little
happened?
ruckus, raise a little cane.
Something's wrong with our buttons.
Oh, money, money, money.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Stupid buttons aren't working anymore.
So I have an interesting question that today at work it was a topic that got brought up by B12 Sully,
At
who's about
work,
to retire.
okay, so it's still the utility district because B12's still there.
Yeah. So he brought it up. A dumb topic, but it's worth to me. It's a good discussion.
Is this really where we're gonna go?
I don't know. You can shut it down pretty quick if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a guy at work who has a stuttering problem. He stutters.
Stutter,
Yeah.
stutter,
He-
stutter, stutter.
He asked. Bobby did. He didn't ask the guy that has a stuttering problem. He was nowhere around. But he said, "Do you think when you laugh, people that have stutter, does their laugh stutter?"
Huh.
And I said, "Well, a laugh is a stutter if you think about it." That's like I'm stuttering.
It is.
A laugh is a stutter. And he said, "No." And I was like, "Well, yeah, it is." I would say my answer is no, because it is a stutter.
Because everybody stutters when they laugh.
Yeah. Think of a laugh. It's just a stutter.
Oh.
Nothing audible has come, or like,
Is this supposed to be a funny story?
no. It was a lot funnier when we were talking about it.
This is supposed to be
Yeah.
funny. I don't know.
Well, he
Why
was
am I
like-
laughing? I'm like, I just sit here and said it's not funny, and then I'm laughing. I don't know
No,
why.
you stuttered. That wasn't a laugh. That was a stutter. No.
Stutter.
No, he thought it would be a good topic. That's why he doesn't have a show.
That's why he doesn't have a show.
Yeah. His stutter.
He doesn't have a show because he didn't find a penny in his couch.
He doesn't have a friend that has all of those. That's the only reason I'm doing it.
Bunch of junk.
Hey, it works when we know how to use it.
Friend with a bunch of junk.
Yeah. So, man, we kind of coming to an end for today. I thought it was a good bit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to talk about. We already talked
Yeah, we
about
got
the
a little
general,
yeah.
the crusty general. So
Krusty General, we put our survey questions. Please go fill them out.
yep.
It will give us more stuff to talk about.
SECfootballreview.com still works. You can also go to the new web address, mikeandjrod.com.
I wasn't sure which one to push. I forgot what this one is. Oh, no, I don't want to push that. I want
You
you
need to
to.
hit the I like turtles.
Is that one for that one?
That's
Yeah.
right. It's
Yeah.
green for I like turtles.
I like turtles. Yeah.
But
fill
yeah,
out the
so Mike and
topics.
J-Rod, I think it's Mike and the word and. Mike and J-Rod, as in J, the letter
Yeah.
J,
And then
Rod.
yeah. And then the
Just like
letter-
it says in the logo behind us.
Yeah.
Hey, what
Yeah,
am I
you
thinking?
say it.
Except
That's
instead of the
exactly
and symbol, it's A-N-D.
Yeah,
So
you got to spell in.
I better make sure this works before I sit here and go send it out.
Yeah, that would you mean?
Yay!
yeah,
It works. It works. The survey's right there on the. And I really want to try. We're going to try to figure something out to tie in the survey with basketball season.
Yeah, we'll start putting a couple games in there. It may just be as
Maybe we pick the spreads.
yeah that, or we'll just put them if they're big games like Tennessee Auburn's.
Who's gonna
1
win?
versus 4? Yeah. Thoughts on it? Who's going to win? We'll,
Pick win or loser.
Yeah.
Instead of.
I'm gonna pick the home team,
Dude, we just talked about
Yeah.
home team. That home team thing is big.
and I think that's for in every conference. Winning on the road in basketball.
Although there
hard
was
to
so many
do.
Tennessee fans at that Vandy game, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, that's the only thing about like Nashville and Tennessee is, I mean, there's so many UT fans. Like
Yeah,
it doesn't
it's hard
matter.
to-
Like, but
They're everywhere.
Vandy's hard to win at. It doesn't matter how many fans that they have. It's hard to win at. So, but yeah, we'll talk more sports. But this is a little more. We may go down rabbit holes. Who knows? But we'll put sports in there and hypothetical questions.
Would just be crazy.
Did you hear that big word I said?
Hypothetical.
Yeah.
What was the misanthropic? How about it, Mr. Anthropic?
All right. That's a good way to end.
Good way to end. Thank
Have
you
a
so
good
much
night
for watching.
Next Thursday.
It's been a Scott Social Media production. Oh, shoot. I forgot how to do that.
Yeah, you got to end it.
Oh,
Big dummy. You don't know how to end right.
I know it. Oh, man, I'm hitting the wrong thing again.
Oh, he's so nervous.
So nervous. All this
is going to be
crisis.
the best ending.
Crisis. I can't even do it.
Tune in next Thursday to watch him mess up the ending again. That's what keeps us going.
Misanthropic. What is a misanthropic?
That's Mr. Anthropic's wife. You didn't like that joke? Dude, how awesome was that?
So you're not going to pick Texas, huh?
My
You're not going to
mind
pick with your
thinks-
emotion. You're going to
yeah.
pick with your.
Not picking with my heart.
You're going to pick with your brain now. Huh?
Yeah, I don't know that that's any better. You like that, Min?
I'll sell everything I own so that we can buy Club La Vila
Oh man,
and bring it back. Bring it back.
We'd have to live there too. I wouldn't have nowhere else.
I wouldn't have anywhere
don't-
else to live
yeah.
either. But I mean, hell, that'd be living on the beach. I'll be fine with that.
Yeah, look at our parking. I'm probably going to go Notre Dame because Indiana, they're one big good team they played.
Oh yeah, that
was
does.
Ohio State, and they got rolled, right?
They got
Now,
rolled.
I
Yeah.
don't know if Notre Dame is Ohio State.
Notre Dame did have a better strength of schedule.
Yeah, game you get 5 days after your bowl game or after your final playoff game to declare for the portal. So it's
So
gonna
there's
be
a whole bunch of players on
Yeah.
these teams that could be
Yes.
still.
Yes.
And that also refutes what Coach Franklin said about how his player had to get on the. Oh my gosh!
He's
he is so full of
doo-doo.
Texas is just going to show them how it is. You know,
Yeah.
they're not. They've never played anybody. Blah 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 blah.
Do you know the beginning of the year? Like this could be your true Cinderella if they keep it closer and win. But you know, at the beginning of the year, in the Big 12 conference, they were picked last.
I heard that.
They were picked to finish last. Hey, here's what Georgia is. You're going down the street, you see this house just up in flames, and you're like, man, I think everybody in there is probably dead. And then last second, here comes Georgia strolling out. Oh my God, they survived. Like, there's a few times.